2.8 on that one. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Widebody Nation. I got the C8 back from the dealership. We're at 7,200 miles, and Chevy told me they are not helping me out fixing these warped brakes and uneven pad wear because of obviously the warped brake rotor. So to spin you guys up, if you guys are not tracking what happened with these rotors and these pads, at 2,500 miles, my brakes were already warped hundreds of percent out of spec. And I took it right to the Chevy dealer. I said, hey, the car's got barely any miles on it. I've got other fast cars. This is my 4th Corvette. I've never had any problem with any brakes on any of my cars. You know, not my regular Toyota RAV4, not my Subaru S209, not my Grand Sport's got 22,000 miles on it. Never even thought about the brakes. I don't even know if it has brakes at this point, although it does have brakes. It's got nice 6-piston BREMBOS up front. Now the brakes on this are trash. And before I get into my rant, I do have a little bit of more information about the my stolen 2021 Charger Red Eye. I'm actually in the Corvette right now because I'm going to buy a replacement floor jack and torque wrench because both my torque wrench and my floor jack were stolen because they're in the trunk on the way getting ready to go to the racetrack. So unfortunately, that is something I have to do now, even though I had those tools already. But the piece of information for you guys as far as that goes, a lot of insurance companies, and you guys are, every time I brake, the car just starts shaking. But your car insurance may or may not cover much of the personal items in the vehicle. So for instance, I have Geico, and Geico apparently only covers up to $200 worth of personal items in the vehicle. And then I had to file another claim with my renter's insurance because basically Geico said anything that belongs on the car, whether it's like mechanical, the wrap, paint protection film, I don't know about ceramic coating, maybe if you gave them receipts, wheels, tires, upgrade, any upgrades you guys do would go on your car insurance, at least for my situation. Whereas all of the stuff inside, like my racing helmet, fire suit, all the t-shirts that I had that I was gonna bring to the event, everything that belongs in your garage that's not your car is actually gonna go perhaps on your renter's or your homeowner's insurance. So that's something to know because maybe you might wanna raise your limits depending on what you leave in your car, whether it's electronics. Cash is always a rough one. So with that being said, back to the Corvette. So the brakes are totally jacked up. I've taken this car to the dealership 4 separate times because the first service interval for this car is, it's not even supposed to see the dealership until 7,500 miles. I took it to the dealership at 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and 7,200. And Chevy only replaced the rear rotors and resurfaced the front rotors. And now, obviously, the brakes are still not doing well. So at this point, it seems like Chevy's basically told me to F off, and the dealership locally here, you know, Sun Chevrolet down here in Columbus, Georgia, they have offered me less than ideal customer service. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and dime them out because, I mean, they have not been advocating for the customer, and it's at no expense of their own. Chevy would have paid for it if they had just told them about the actual situation and not just been like, oh, whatever, do with the C8, whatever. But like I said, this is my 4th Corvette. Never had problems with brakes on any of my cars. Not the Hellcat, not my RAV4, not my Subaru, not my Supras back when I had those, not the Raptor. So if you guys are in the chat, I mean, jump in the comments down below. Roast me up, be like, oh, you don't know how to bed in brakes. Well, if it's a brand new supercar, you would think the brakes would be bed in from the factory, just like you would think the engine would be worn in from the factory. But regardless, like I said, if I've never had any problems, then why would they start with the C8? And get this, Chevy had the nerve to tell the second dealership I went to that they had no reported problems with the C8 brakes. And I call BS on that because there's plenty of YouTube videos out of people both warping their brakes at the track or just on normal roads, and tons of people complaining about how subpar these brakes are as far as just quality goes. They obviously ran out of money. I mean, I believe they're 4 pistons on both on the front, which is not enough for a car that goes 0 to 60 in sub 3 seconds. Like, I knocked out a 0 to 60 in 3.0 today, just kind of casually cruising on the road. I stopped at a light on some decent pavement and just hammered it after that. So Chevy ran out of money, whatever. I'm gonna have to upgrade it, so I am looking for sponsorships and I am looking for recommendations. So obviously I'm probably a big fan of BREMBOS, like real BREMBOS, not whatever fake BREMBOS are on here. And I guess we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump in. You guys might have noticed how dirty the C8 is, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Home Depot. I'm gonna spend a little extra money getting a good, there's like a Husky low profile floor jack that's like 150 bucks. Really need the low profile jack for this car, especially because we might end up getting this car wide bodied with that Pandem wide body kit. I'll pop a picture up right here, a couple pictures, so you guys kind of know what I'm thinking about. I'm probably not gonna do the wing for the Pandem kit because that wing looks like it prevents operation of the entire rear deck lid. And if you guys have been checking us out on Instagram, you may or may not have seen the words twin turbo tossed around. So I will need access to that engine bay, especially if she's twin turbo, just because got to be able to do the work on it. So with that being said, comment down below what wide body kit we should get. I need recommendations on wheels, tires, suspension for the wide body, because we may or may not be able to keep stock suspension if we go wide body on this. Probably depends on kind of all of our decisions as far as wheels, tires, and that wide body kit. It sounds like the twin turbo kit is kind of a atypical setup because they have not gotten into the computers on these cars yet. So that is going to be a different experience than kind of normal. All right, guys, so we ended up picking up a Husky low profile jack stand. This one should fit under because it's 3.3 inches as far as the lowest it goes. We got a beefy torque wrench that goes from 50 to 250 foot-pounds. And then I also got a 4-in-1, you know, jack starter or jump starter, inflator, charger. Should be good for the racetrack just to bring, and you can, you know, wall charge it, and then it provides you with whatever you need to. So like when I need to air these wheels back up, we're gonna toss these slicks on right now and see how the C8 does with some 0 to 60 times. I have the hockey puck out because remember, when you jack up the C8, the jack points are just flat and then they're like an oval hole right under here. So putting this on the top right here of that jack point protects your frame and gives it that nice solid, like kind of metal to rubber rather than metal on metal contact. So I'm gonna get these tires switched out and then we're gonna go ahead and wash the car up. This is what the rear brake setup looks like. You got kind of the Lambo style parking brake, and then you got some crappy just rear brake caliper. I don't care if it's Brembo or not, it sucks. The fronts are worse, but this one's equally as bad. These rear rotors were replaced at 2,500 miles, so they don't look as crappy as the front ones. The front rotors actually have like noticeable hot spots on them, but I legitimately haven't taken this car on track. I haven't done anything with it, so how it has hot spots, I really don't know, other than just these brakes are just horrible. Got the normal fixed Z51 suspension. This is not the Magna Ride. I probably should get some covers because these are already corroding. So Chevy, good job, you know, sealing this for water. We'll move on to getting these tires on. Okay, we can do this one. Also selling all of the 2021 or all of the parts I had bought for my 2021 Dodge Charger Red Eye. I haven't listed them yet because it's only been a week since the car was stolen, and insurance wants me to wait another week until they deem it a stolen car, basically a total loss. So with that being said, whatever I don't sell to immediate friends, like local or whoever it may be that I met, I know a lot of you guys with Mopars, I will start listing those on the channel and on Instagram as well. So appreciate you guys for checking in. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are moving right up on 5,000 subs, at which time we'll be giving away those Apple AirPods Pro. And I will or also follow us on Instagram, obviously, at Real Widebody Nation. I do need to add some things to realwidebodynation.com, so that is also in the works. Oh man, these brakes, oh god, it's horrible. Horrible. I'm not happy with Chevy, but appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will, maybe I'll toss in a montage. The C8 is super dirty, so she needs to get cleaned up. 700 miles of bug and pollen and stuff on our way back from Dallas. So appreciate it if I met y'all in Dallas, and I will see you guys for the next video.